Dodd-Frank takes taxpayers off the hook. It does so by repealing the Fed's Section 13(3) lending authority. It explicitly prohibits any taxpayer loss. It provides bankruptcy as a first option. Some things bear repeating. It provides bankruptcy as a first option. And I emphasize this because it seems to get lost in the messaging that bankruptcy is still an option. With FDIC-like orderly liquidation, FDIC-like, prior to Dodd-Frank, we did not have the ability to wind down these huge institutions that we had with banks, generally speaking, because with banks we had FDIC, we go in on Friday and close a bank, open up on Monday under a new name. Well, we didn't have that type of authority. Well, now we do. We have FDIC-like orderly liquidation authority if bankruptcy would result in a leman-like broad systemic disruption. In the event of these huge institutions possibly creating systemic disruption, we have this wind-down authority. It provides a Financial Stability Oversight Council with authority to minimize and/or downsize too-big-to-fail institutions. It requires mega institutions to provide living wills to demonstrate how they would be resolved under bankruptcy laws. It limits the amount of their Tier 1 capital, that's their core capital, primarily common stock. It limits the Tier 1 capital a bank can invest in hedge and private equity funds. Some want to eliminate or undermine Dodd-Frank. To do so will not end too big to fail. Ending Dodd-Frank would take us back to a future without the tools to deal with too big to fail. The same future that produced a $13 trillion loss in economic output and a $9.1 trillion loss in home equity and wealth. Too big to fail is the right size to regulate, not replicate. And quite frankly, that's what Dodd-Frank does. It regulates the too big to fail institutions. I yield back the balance of my time.